Hi guys, Sony's ZV line of cameras, like the ZV-E1 or the ZV-E10 Mark II that you're looking at right now, they have a convenient feature called Product Showcase Mode where you press one button, then you can quickly show a product to the camera, the focus will lock on that product, and then when you put it down, it will go back to your wonderful face. And that has been very helpful for many content reviewers. Like, it is not on right now, and as you can see, the focus is just staying locked to my eye like glue. It's a great feature of Sony to glue to your eye like that, but sometimes you want to show that product and you don't want to have to cover up your whole face. So a lot of people have been asking, is there any way to get that same mode on something like an A6700 or an FX30? And the answer is yes, we can assign it to a button as well on one of these cameras, so you can have Product Showcase Mode on a camera that doesn't have it. And if you have an older Sony camera with the older Sony menus, you can still get it on that as well, like this A7 III, but it will require 2 clicks as opposed to 1 click of the newer Sony camera. So let's get into it. Okay, let's set it up and assign it to a custom button. Go into your menu, autofocus to manual focus tab, go over, make sure your focus mode is continuous autofocus. The autofocus transition speed, stick that on 7 as fast as you can. Same thing with the autofocus subject shift sensitivity. Put that up on responsive. That is on 5 here on the A6700. Now let's assign it to a button. Go to your toolbox and then go down to Operation Customize, the custom key dial set of the movie tab. Now you can assign this to any button that you want, but I choose to use the trash can because that is what the ZV line likes to do, and I'll keep it consistent. So number 3 is my trash can button, and now what I will assign this to is you go to the autofocus manual focus tab and you will look for the subject recognition in autofocus. Press that. Now it is assigned to the trash can, because that is how the Sony autofocus sticks to your eye. It detects your eye, your face, you, the subject. So when you turn that off, then the closest thing to the lens, given the minimum focus distance, will then be in focus. So if you turn that off, then it will operate much like the Product Showcase Mode. And so now if we leave the menu there, we're focused on my lens, I don't have it on, press the trash can button, you see it says subject recognition off, and you see 4 little corners that have appeared. That means anything in those 4 corners that is closer to the lens will be in focus. Press it again and it will go back to your subject recognition. Now, of course, you can also set this up in the quick function menu. Press the FN button. You can assign it, like I have right here, to a quick function, so you can just press that. Now that is 2 clicks as opposed to 1 trash can button, but if you prefer to do it that way, you go right ahead. A couple things I should mention is that I use the focus area wide when I am setting this up. Technically, Sony uses the zone autofocus when it comes to Product Showcase Mode. When you press the button, it automatically switches into zone autofocus, and you can do that as well, but since I like to be able to switch it back and forth with the touch of a button, I find wide autofocus is more consistent for your human eye detect autofocus, and I find in this makeshift Product Showcase Mode, the wide one does just as well. Now that will work with any of the Sony cameras with the new menu system, with the exception of the A7 IV. It's slightly different. It's not called subject recognition. You can still set it up here, but what you do is it is in face eye autofocus, and then you go to face eye priority in autofocus, and then you can toggle that on and off. So that is the one that you would assign to the trash can. Everything else would be the same, but you do face eye priority because it doesn't have subject recognition, so it just recognizes the face and the eye. A slightly different autofocusing system, but everything else will be the same. For those of you with a Sony camera with an older menu system like an A6400 or this A7 III, you can do the same thing. It will require 2 presses, not just 1, but here we go. Go into the menu, go to tab 2 and page 2, autofocus drive speed fast, and then we will go to the autofocus track sensitivity, set that to responsive. So now let's set it up to our custom button. So on my A7 III, it is page 8 of the same tab. You go to the custom key with the movie setting, and now custom button 4 is the one I'll assign it to because that's the trash can on this A7 III. So I will click on that, and now I have to find the face eye priority. there it is, the face eye priority in autofocus. We turn that on. But now when I click the trash can button, it doesn't automatically just turn on and off. You have to scroll to off if you want it off. You want it back on, press the button again, and then turn it on. Not too bad, really, to get product showcase mode at the touch of 2 buttons. So if you have another method to get product showcase mode, write it down below and we can all share in your knowledge and bask in the glory of your intelligence. And do you know who else is intelligent? All you people for watching this right to the end. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.